Hello and welcome to Forever Living Products Biweekly Training for North America. My name is Bill Lewis and it's my privilege to be your presenter today. Our topic, as you can see on the screen, is the exciting Forever2Drive incentive. You know, in addition to a lucrative marketing plan, Forever Living generously rewards managers who qualify by developing and maintaining monthly group sales goals with regular cash payments over and above the basic marketing plan. Although this extra cash can be used at the discretion of the individual FBO, this incentive was especially designed to help pay for a new car. One of the most effective recruiting tools is a new car, which is tangible evidence of your achievement in Forever. Very few of us would not like to drive a new car, and even fewer would not like to have the company pay for it. The prospects that see us driving a new car can be more inclined to listen with interest to what we say and may be more likely to consider the opportunity we're presenting. I'll never forget when my wife and I qualified the first time for the Forever2Drive some 36 years ago. The car we selected was a 1981 Cadillac Seville. And let me tell you, it made such a difference in our ability to recruit quality FBOs. Suddenly, we had tangible proof of the potential of the marketing plan. In some cases, people started asking us to tell them more about what we do. Since then, we've had a long line of beautiful automobiles, so I can personally attest to the excitement and motivation that can be created by this wonderful program. Now, this is not to say that we should all go out and purchase a new car that we can't afford. This presentation is designed to motivate us to work to build a solid sales volume that will qualify us for the program. And then we can go out and purchase that new car that we can afford because the company is helping us to pay for it. Now, before we go into the details of the Forever2Drive incentive, I want to introduce you to a wonderful FBO couple who have recently qualified for the incentive for the third time. Earl Garcia and his lovely wife Belle are senior managers living in Las Vegas. They have an interesting and exciting history as FBOs, and we are very fortunate to have them on the program today. Earl, thank you so much for being with us. How are you today?
Hello, Bill. I'm doing great. Hello, everyone who's listening today. We
Wonderful.
hope you're having a great day, and we're excited to be here with all of you.
Right. Now, Earl, I understand that that you and Belle are on your way to a special meeting over you're going from Las Vegas over to Anaheim. Are you by any chance talking to us from your car?
Yes. We are inside our car.
Oh, that is exciting. Of course, you've qualified for this beautiful new Tesla that we can see on the screen. And tell us, how is it to drive this car? How do you like it?
Oh, we love it, and most of the time, if going to California, 90% would be like autopilot. So, yeah, it feels great to drive this amazing car. Thank you to Forever.
That's wonderful. It looks wonderful, and it suits the two of you very, very well. Hey, I just wanted to start off by asking you a few things, maybe to help some of our FBOs understand where you're coming from and how excited you are about this business. Tell us just a little bit about what motivated you to become an FBO in the beginning. How did that all start?
Well, the thing that really motivated me to start my Forever business in 2012 is the desire for change. I used to work as a registered nurse. I started working in 2007 as a nurse. So at that time, I made the decision to start. I was already working for 5 years in healthcare, and I was working long hours with lots of paperwork to bring home. It was a long commute. I was living an unhealthy lifestyle. So I decided enough was enough, and I was longing for change. I felt that I was restricted. I wanted to be more and do more. I wanted to grow, and I just wasn't happy with what I was doing. So I saw Forever as the vehicle to help me get out of that rut. And it certainly did. I did the business part-time at first, and then 9 months later decided to go full-time with it, and the rest was history. And Belle can probably share a little bit.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bill.
Hi.
my background is in healthcare too. I work full-time as a physical therapist, and to be honest, I was happy with what I was doing. I wasn't really looking for anything else at the time. I thought this was my degree and it should be my career for the rest of my life. But I saw how Forever was so passionate about Forever. That Earl was so passionate about Forever and about what he did in the business. And so I love Forever too, and the heart and the mission behind it is really inspiring. So the ability to change people's lives, the opportunity for great success in the business, and the journey in self-development. And then I started to see all the things I didn't like about being in a job. So anyway, this is what motivated me to get started, and also, of course, the unlimited potential for growth, both in business and in self-development as well, and realizing that if other people can do it, then why can't I?
Exactly, exactly. And how exactly has it changed your lives? What's your schedule like now? What is it? How has FLP made your life better?
Um, where do I begin? Well, the Forever opportunity has totally changed our lives. It has allowed us to move to Las Vegas last year, which we couldn't have done it if we were stuck in our jobs. The reason we wanted to move to Vegas was because we've always wanted to move out of Florida. We looked at other states until we decided to move to Vegas, and 1 year later, we truly enjoy it here. With Forever, we all enjoy traveling a lot since we own our time. And family is in New York, and we can spend as much time with them as we want now because I'm not subject to my limited vacation time off. In fact, last month we were there for about 2 weeks for my dad's birthday and for Mother's Day. These things, I couldn't have done it if I was still working in a job.
Yeah, and for me, since we started our business at Forever, we have been on 8 all expense paid trips by the company to different countries all around the world. So I've always loved to travel, and so to travel for free, all expense paid, which is already a given every year with Forever, is just amazing. So we also have created so many wonderful and meaningful relationships because of this business. The friendships we have developed is just incredible. So one of the best gifts that Forever has given me is also self-growth, confidence, and it just has changed me as a person for the better.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Well, you know, uh, there's always obstacles to any great challenge or great goal that people have. Why don't you tell us a little bit about any obstacles that you may have had to overcome as you were starting to build your business?
Well, obstacles or challenges are inevitable in any venture and should be embraced. One obstacle in the beginning was the fact that Belle was not very supportive of me starting Forever,
Mm-hmm.
and she opposed the idea, and so it took me a while to take off. Of course, now she's more excited than I am, and she does most of the trainings and presentations for the team. Another obstacle is that our upline is in the Philippines and only visits once a year. Many people could have used that as an excuse not to start. You know what Eric Worre says, entrepreneurs don't wait for support, they create support. So Belle and I had to create our system. It had to be duplicable so that the whole team can follow. We made so many mistakes in the beginning, but we made sure to learn from them, to never quit along the way.
And those are just a few that Earl mentioned, but I don't want anybody to think that we got to where we are now because we had less obstacles. In fact, we got rejected many, many times when trying to introduce the business to our friends and contacts. And even up to now, we still get no's, and that's something that we have to accept and embrace, and they're part of success.
Right, right. I've heard many people say that probably the the best thing that we can do for our success in Forever is to learn how to walk through the no's and look beyond the no's to the potential yeses in the future. So I appreciate those comments. Now let's get down to your car. You recently qualified, I believe, for the third time on your Forever to Drive incentive. You had 1 or 2 cars prior to this, and it looks like the ultimate. I don't know what you're going to do next time to top this, but it looks like such a beautiful car. And tell us a little bit about qualifying. How do you go about it? What kind of goals do you set, and how do you go about that?
Yes, we did. Forever to Drive was actually the first Forever incentive we qualified for in November of 2012. Then in August of last year, we qualified for the Forever2Drive incentive, which is actually our third qualification.
Mm-hmm.
26, a pretty exciting year for us. And of course, not counting 2017, 2016 was our best year compared to the previous years. There's a quote from Napoleon Hill, whatever your mind can conceive, you can achieve. So that is really true. And my dream car has always been the Tesla Model X. So last year, we finally got the car of our dreams, and thanks to Forever.
Yes, and of course, qualifying for this wasn't bed of roses. Of course, we had a lot of challenges along the way, but we wanted to be really good examples to the team. And they always say leaders always you have to lead from the front. And so, if you want your team to follow, then you have to do it first, and that's exactly what.
Right. Have you found the same thing I found, that once you get these wonderful cars and start driving them, that they help you in your recruiting?
Well,
Definitely,
yes.
yes.
People come to us and ask and me ask about the car, take pictures with the car, and so we
Right.
get to talk and we meet new friends that way.
There you go. There you go. Give people a little spin around the block and a 1 minute opportunity presentation while you're at it. That's great. Hey, okay, let's talk about your business building, how you go about building your business, the skills. Tell us, what do you feel are the most important skills in building your business?
Well, I believe that the most important skills in building our business is the skill of inviting prospects to listen to what we have to offer. Not many realize that inviting people is a skill that needs to be mastered. The good news is it can be developed over time, and the only way to get better at it is by doing it over and over again and learning from your mistakes. And of course, learning what words to use are very important also, as well as the mindset that you must have when inviting people.
Yes, and also another important skill that I think is important in building the business is the skill of getting new people started. When we show somebody the business opportunity, personally for Earl and myself, we feel the responsibility to be able to help that person grow, to give that person what they need in terms of tools and training. So Earl and I have worked very hard in this aspect to create a training system that new people can plug into, the team can plug into, so that everybody just follows the system and it works. So especially for the new person who is, maybe this is a whole new world to them, so they won't feel so lost and they, won't know what to do. So we also have to learn how to be competent and equipped as team leaders.
Mm-hmm. Well, very good. And of course, for those who haven't yet developed their own system, the company provides First Steps to Manager booklet, which is a great start for that. So very, very good. How do you find, give us an example of some of the approaches you might have for a person who you want to find out if they're even interested in listening. How do you go about it? What would you say?
Well, for Earl and myself, I think the bottom line of every invitation, it's all about the relationship that you have with that person. Mm-hmm. If there is no trust and, the friendship is not there, then most likely, they won't, listen to what you have to say. So I think my primary advice in inviting would be to, number one, build on that relationship first. Make new friends. We're paid here to make new friends. Mm-hmm. So build on that relationship, and then also show them the lifestyle that you have and how your life has changed with the opportunity. And just by showing them that, actually, they're sometimes, or most of the time, they'll be the ones to ask you what it is that you do. And then, you show them what it is.
Okay. I remember Rex saying many times, you've got to make a friend before you can sponsor an FBO. So that goes right along with what he believes as well. Okay, as we're pretty much to the end of the time we've allotted for the interview, but tell us what single piece of advice can you give to FBOs who want to earn a car, who want to qualify for the Forever2Drive?
Well, if I were to give one piece of advice today, it would be about consistency. As it says in the First Steps to Manager manual, touch your business every day and your goals and dreams will become reality. Even if you're doing the business part-time, you can achieve your goals as long as you're consistent with your daily activities. make sure they're income-generating activities. It doesn't matter what amount of time, as long as you can repeatedly put the um, time level in, so it will really work. What are examples of income-generating activities? Well, talking to people about the products, talking to people about the business, product launches, one-to-one presentations, and following up. Don't focus on being so busy. Focus on being very productive.
Yes, and also my advice would be don't be afraid to fail and make mistakes. You know, a lot of times there's people are afraid to even do it, to make mistakes that they end up not doing what they're supposed to do. So take time to learn the 7 skills needed to be a network marketing professional. The First Steps to Manager manual, which Forever has generously provided us, it's a wonderful guide for the business. So learn the skills. For example, the 7 skills would be finding prospects, inviting prospects to listen, presenting, closing the sale, following up, getting new people started, and promoting events. So, you know, being excited and passionate is not enough to succeed. It has to be partnered with skill as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Earl and Belle, what's your next goal? What are you shooting for?
Well, we were just promoted to senior manager this year, so the next goal would be to finish our chairman's bonus qualification earlier than we did last year, and also to have one downline also do chairman's bonus. And also our goal this year is to achieve 2.5K for the global rally for Dallas next year, and with God's help, we will make it.
I'm sure you will. I have all the confidence in the world. Well, that's absolutely wonderful. Again, we're grateful that you could be here with us today, and thank you so much for your participation. We look forward to seeing you soon up on stage, receiving your chairman's bonus checks as they grow year after year. And thank you for being such a valuable part of our Forever family.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, very good. Well, we heard from Earl and Belle Garcia, recent qualifiers for their beautiful Tesla Model X. Okay, now let's talk about the nuts and bolts of the incentive. What is it exactly that we need to do to qualify for our own Forever2Drive car? Well, first of all, there are 3 levels of qualification. Level 1 pays you a maximum of $400 a month. Level 2, you can receive a maximum of $600, and level 3, you can get a maximum of $800 per month. And now, qualification for any level occurs over 3 consecutive months and is based on your total case credits. These include, of course, all of your personal and non-manager, as well as your factored case credits from your downline manager groups. Level 1 is achieved with 50 total case credits the first month, 100 total case credits the second month, and 150 during the third month. Level 2 is a bit higher, of course, 75 the first month, 150 in the second, and 225 in the third. And for level 3, those who want the ultimate, they're 100 case credits, 200 and 300 over the 3-month period. Okay, and of course, upon qualification, you will receive a payment of $400, $600, or $800 each month, in which you maintain the third qualifying month's volume of 150 or 225 or 300 case credits respectively. If your volume drops below these amounts during any month, that month's payment will be prorated at $2.66 per case credit. So if you had qualified for level 1, which pays you $400 every month that you do 150 total case credits, if during a certain month you did 100 case credits, your prorated payment would be $266 rather than the full $400. Now, let's suppose that you qualified for level 3. As long as your monthly payment, as long as your volume maintains at 300 case credits, you're going to get $800 added to your bonus each month. If your volume dropped to 200, as we explained before in another example, you would receive $2.66 or a total of $532 payment. It's important to understand that if for some reason your volume dropped to below 50 case credits, there is no payment made for that month. However, if your volume dropped below 50 case credits and that doesn't mean that you lose the remainder of your payments for the remainder of the 36-month period. It just means that there's no payment that month. The following month, if you do more than the 50, you're going to receive whatever payment is coming to you for that particular month. Now, as I mentioned, these payments continue for 36 months, and in order to continue receiving them uninterrupted after that, you must have requalified sometime within the last 6 months of your 36-month period. For example, suppose that you qualified for level 1 and your 36-month payment period ends in June. In order for your payments to continue after June, you must do the 50, the 100, and the 150 to requalify during any 3 consecutive month period between January and June, the last 6 months of your 36-month payment period. Now, another exciting aspect of the Forever to Drive incentive is that once you qualify, you don't have to wait for 36 months to qualify for a larger monthly payment, to qualify for a higher level. At any time that you have the required sales volume to qualify for a higher level, you would automatically be moved into that level and a new 36-month payment period would begin. In some cases, you can even reuse the volume that qualified you for the lower level. For example, if you did a 50, 100, and 150, January, February, March, you would qualify for level 1 and start receiving payments. And if you continue to grow to 225 in April, your February through April volume would qualify you for level 2, and you would receive a new 36-month payment period, replacing the old one, but at the higher dollar amount. And as if that wasn't enough, you can, it gets even better. Once you achieve Soaring Manager, which is having 5 managers sponsored that you've sponsored and developed, you can qualify for reduced monthly volume to receive your maximum payment. For every 5 active first-generation managers, you would receive a 40 case credit reduction in the required volume. So instead of doing 150 case credits to receive a $400 payment, you need to do only 110 case credits if you had the 5. Add another 5 first-generation active managers and your required volume would then drop to 70 case credits and so forth. So theoretically, you could drop your case credits all the way down to 0. Except, of course, for you must qualify as an active FBO. So there you have it. The Forever to Drive incentive is available to all FBOs who are willing to work to build a sales organization that produces 150 case credits per month. For those of you who have yet to enjoy a brand new Forever car, please know that you can achieve it. In fact, the only difference between you and the FBOs who have qualified is that they got excited about the program, set a goal to participate, and then worked hard to make it happen. The path is clear. All you need is the same, and who knows, but before long, you too will be driving the car of your dreams. Well, that's our program for today. For your convenience, it has been recorded, and it'll be available in 72 hours for you to review at vimeo.com/forever/America. And as always, we wish for you all the best as you work to build your Forever business. And we say, bye for now.